Hi there, Kathy Cheo-Isaacs, also known as I Wear the Crowns on Twitter, and here going through the Python 101 lessons available in Minecraft Education Edition. So we maybe just watched the videos, the walkthroughs of Activity 1. I just wanted to take a moment to look at the code that we wrote to complete Activity 1. So the concept that's being taught in this lesson is all about functions. And what functions do for code is that you can declare a function and you can put all this code inside of it that anytime you call the function, instead of rewriting this code, it just runs everything that's inside of it. So we just wanted to take a look at that, and it's really efficient because you can place the function, you can have the function and then just call it whenever you need it instead of being like, oh, I need to write this code. And then also if there's a bug, you can just debug the function instead of looking for it everywhere that it exists in your code, right? What did we see? Oh, so like in part one of this agent tilling the land, planting the sapling, and then fertilizing, right? In part one, we didn't get to the fertilizer yet, but like I didn't see the grass, right? And the grass was every 6 blocks. And so if I had written all this code like each time, repeated, not even a repeat loop, but just written all that code, till one, place one, fertilize 6, move forward, till one, place one, fertilize 6, move forward one, then that would be a lot of code to have to debug because it would have been move forward 5 or something like that, the way that I had written in the function. So you'd have to correct it every single time. Whereas in a function, you could just say, oh, here's the function that works every single time. I need to correct it once if there's something. So remember, in the Python activities, once you pass the activity, you don't have access to that code again. So I like to just click my cursor inside the text code. I'll say do a Control A. See, here's me doing my Control A with my fingers, and then Control C to copy it. And then you open up another word processor. So docs.new will open a brand new Google Docs, in your account, which is pretty amazing. And then I Control V to paste it. So what we're looking at is my final code for parts 1 and parts 2. And so we can clean some of this up, okay, so that it doesn't look so much like all of this. There's a lot here, okay? So one of the things that you want to do is you want to comment your code, right? That's really important so that you know what you were trying to accomplish when you wrote the code. And then if somebody else inherits it or wants to look at it in the future, they know what you intended. Okay, so this is saying replace with your functions below. So I'm going to actually get rid of that, and I'll get rid of to here. And what I'm going to say is this code, this will, what? Oh, have the agent till, plant, and whoops, we're going to use our comma, and fertilize saplings to its left. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is we're declaring the function. Okay, and that's by def or define space function underscore the name of the function. And for this one, we called it till. We could have called it plant. We could have called it sapling, any of these things. But we want to name the function something that makes sense, right? So we know what it's doing right off the bat. Okay, and then here, let's just actually take this out. Okay, so I'm going to take out all of the comments so you can see the beauty of a function, right? So I'm deleting all this. It's so funny. Oh, you know what you can do? You can say 3 clicks. Click, click, click. That'll highlight the whole line. And then, okay, so this is what I want to do here. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece of comment and I'm going to place it right here because I want to know what this little feature is doing here. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to say have the agent, I'll keep that here. Okay, and then I'll take this out. Okay, no, call a function 3 times for the 3 trees that need to be planted. And get rid of this part 1. Okay, and then these, well, here's the other thing too. Now, oh, this is the wrong one, right? I had to change it again. But anyway, so what happens here is this was the suggested code. And, what you'll find is that there are many ways to accomplish a task or execute code. But so I did it a little bit differently than the suggested comments do. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then I remember I wound up doing this a little bit differently. So when we take out all of the comments and the suggestions, we see that our code is actually really efficient. So we have a defined function called till, and remember we have the agent setting its slot to 1. Remember the agent has 27 pockets or slots in its inventory, so we're picking slot 1, which already has preset, has the saplings in there. Then we're saying move forward, right? Because it was on that pink block. We're saying, okay, set the slot to 1. So put in your hand that sapling, move forward 1, till to the left, place that sapling to the left, and then set the slot to 2 because that's where the fertilizer or the bone meal is. And then we want to make the agent place the fertilizer to its left 6 times. So we wrote a loop for I in range 6, have the agent place left. So that's going to repeat 6 times. That's me putting fertilizer to my left. Okay. And notice my loop is indented from where I define the function. Look at me. I'm like telling you with my hands, but I really should have a mouse showing you. So the function is all the way to the left. I have the code inside indented. This loop, the first loop for fertilizing, is also indented. So that's how Python knows that the loop is part of the function. And then I have the agent moving forward 5, right? So that was one of my boo-boos on the first run. I said, oh, it needs to move forward 6 because the grass blocks were 6 apart on the left-hand side, but I forgot that I already have the agent moving forward 1 in the beginning of the function, right? Just to get off of that pink block. So I had to change the agent moving forward to 5, so that's kind of 1 behind where the grass block would be. And then part of the function is that it moves forward to that spot and then executes that code. So the one thing that the one thing that I did that I had to change in the end was I made another loop that runs the function till 3 times, right? So I had to change the variable for the loop to j, a different variable, so that the code doesn't get confusing. And I ran it 3 times. Now, remember, the thing that didn't work was because I missed the gold block on the end for the trees on the right-hand side. So I needed to just change this code so that the loop ran through twice and then moved forward. Yes, move forward 1, and then just ran the function without moving forward again. So that's kind of all that. Oh, that's what it was. I had the agent move forward, wound up inside the loop twice, and then I called the function till 1 more time at the very, very end. So yeah, just wanted to kind of go over that. And this function, if it's in your code, somewhere in your code, you can pull it up or call it at any time. Oh, there's a tree. Let's till it. Let's till. I'm looking forward to what's next because I have a feeling that it'll be a little bit more than loops. I think that it'll probably say something like, oh, if there's a grass block there. So let's see. We'll cross our fingers and we'll see. So thanks so much for hanging out for the explanation, and onward to activity 2.